Hello and welcome to Two Peas in a Podcast. As always, I'm Razultor, but you can call me Raz for short.
And I'm Sara Fantastic.
And we're professionals.
We did not record a separate introduction to this video, but then throw it out because
this is a podcast. We might upload it as a video to YouTube, but it's a podcast. We don't even need to argue about this. So anyways, on this episode, to cue our theme music after I say what our episode's going to be about, as I am meta about our podcast on the podcast again, we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Again! Yeah! Episode 20, because episode 20 is a critical hit.
Which is a good thing, Mom.
With our listeners.
No.
Yeah, 20 is the best thing that you can roll on a D20, which stands for dice with 20 sides.
I wish I had my dice up here. I could shake it and roll it on the table.
Knowledge. Like that really annoying YouTube ad. Anyways.
I have a -4 to that.
Okay.
Roll.
-4 to knowledge. So anyways, as always, we do a story of the day about our lives. And we would do Fancy Sock Friday, but we're canceling that. No more fancy socks for anyone.
I mean, you can wear them still when you listen to our podcast.
No, you can't wear socks.
And you can suggest what we should fill the slot with.
Yeah, we're thinking of some different
stuff. Books of the day,
stuff.
movies of the day.
I mean of the week, because we don't post daily, but...
For that day.
Yeah.
I'm sick still, so forgive me.
Yep.
I was babysitting, and the mom who I was babysitting for told her kids to do the vampire cough.
That's good. The vampire cough is a safe
where you
thing.
throw your arm in front of your face and cough into the corner like you're a vampire. I am a vampire.
That's understandable.
This is not a spoiler for our episode at all.
Anyways, let's jump into our stories before we don't get anywhere with this podcast like usual. So anyways, my story of the day is about me video gaming. And so my video game lately has been Skyrim again. I play a lot of Smite, which is a MOBA, but I've been playing Skyrim. This time I am hardcore role-playing, kind of, but not really.
Oh my gosh. Why aren't you recording this?
We are recording this.
No, why aren't you recording you playing Skyrim?
Oh, I mean,
That's
I
what
could.
I want to see.
Eventually I'll record myself and I'll just do something. I've actually never done just straight magic before. I've always augmented it. I had to do like magic and a sword, or I usually just sneak around the entire time, which makes the game really, really long. But I sneak and use a bow, because that's my favorite way to play. It's so easy. But I've been getting better at doing magic, so I always have a companion with me. But I'm learning all these new things that were in the game. Like, I didn't realize there were adept destruction spells until just recently. So I have, like, Fireball, which explodes just like Fireball in D&D, and it gets on a bunch of people. Or I have Ice Storm, which is, like, a slower projectile, but does a bunch of damage. And then I also have Lightning Bolt, which actually, like, chain lightning is what it's called. So it jumps between people, which is a problem. Really cool. If you keep a companion, because Fireball hits them as well. No. Chain lightning chains to them, and the Ice Storm can hit them as well. So I may have killed a few of my companions on accident. I only killed one. She was the Dark Elf from Whiterun, and I feel really bad about it.
I like how I've killed a couple, but only one. Multiple personalities, maybe?
I killed my other one today, and then restarted so he wouldn't actually be dead, because I wanted to keep him.
That's sexist.
Yeah, and then I sent Lydia to be my steward at my house, because I have the Hearthstone one, because I didn't want to kill Lydia, because Lydia's the best.
Lydia is so sarcastic and deadpan. I love her.
Yeah, it's amazing. I am sworn to carry your burdens.
My favorite Skyrim story I saw was of this person who made Lydia just carry hundreds of wheels of cheese. And then just buried her in cheese because she wouldn't stop being obnoxious.
Lydia's amazing. All right, so you need to do your story because we're already like 5 minutes into the podcast.
My story of the day is I was actually home this past weekend.
Really?
And I did not just drive back today.
You did.
Shh. Immersion.
Oh, sorry.
So I was at home and
we're not real people. This is a podcast.
my nieces and nephews were there, and my 4-year-old niece came up to me today, and she was holding out her hands and flapping them, and she said, "Sarah, I have wings!" And so, being the good aunt that I am, being interested in what my nieces care about, I was like, "Oh, are you a butterfly or a bird?" And she looked at me, just dead in the eyes, and in the most, like, monotone voice she could, she just said, "I'm a pony," and then fluttered her way out of the room as a winged pony.
Good job, Sarah's niece. You're the best.
So, way to go for disrupting my ideals that only birds and butterflies can have wings.
Your construction of the bird and butterfly dichotomy has been destroyed.
Thank you for helping me build new knowledge.
Thank you, small child.
They say the weirdest things.
Yep. Did you have a story about your nephew, or did you forget it?
I forgot it.
Oh, well. He's always funny.
He's so funny all the time.
He's the pixie dust one from our very first episode.
Yes.
Yep. This pixie dust is broken.
He insulted me somehow. And then, I can't remember what he said, but he said something, like, really insulting to me. And then just looked at me and went, "Burn!"
And
then walked away.
So anyways, we're going to talk about our new characters, because we actually just started a new campaign with our D&D group, who are Space Raptor and Lady Knight, and then my sister also plays sometimes. And so, we just started our new campaign.
Raz has a family, guys. We're learning new things about him every week.
I have parents just like all other humans on Earth.
Raz, you're destroying our construction of you.
Oh no! If only you could imagine that I'm not human and hate me.
Okay, I do. What is this episode?
I don't even know. So anyways, our new campaign is really cool because all of us are multi-classing, every single one of us.
Yeah, so this is the first time that we've multi-classed before.
This is the first time that I think any character that I've played with is multi-classed, too.
Yeah.
So we're all in a band, so we all are first-level bards, and then also now 2 levels of something else, or a second level of bard. But I don't think any of us chose bard till the second level.
Yeah.
So I'm a bard rogue. My character's name is Roscoe, and he's super awesome. He plays the hurdy-durdy, or hurdy-gurdy. I can never remember if it's the D or G.
It's G.
It's a hurdy-gurdy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hurdy-gurdies are fun. They're like crank instrument that have like little things to press as well on them that are strings. And it's super, super fun. He's a halfling.
I was going to say, you didn't talk about that.
That's what I'm talking about right now, Sarah. Miss Hiccups.
Well, I have hiccups. I'm sorry.
Failing. No, this is a real podcast. We're real people, guys. Sometimes people get hiccups. Get over it.
Oh my gosh. Talk about your halfling.
Sorry. So anyways, Roscoe the halfling, bard rogue. He's a lot of fun. He's a little guy, so he can hide behind people really easily. Our band is called the Bard Naked Ladies, going after the Bare Naked Ladies, but with a bard.
Because I'm the bard character.
I'm the naked character.
And then the other 2 characters are ladies.
He has a problem. He's a bit of an exhibitionist.
He wears clothes most of the time.
Oh yeah, I'm very proper in society.
No.
But there's just times when, it's just the moment is right.
No. No.
There's just times where that happens. And I would never do this as a person, which is why it's really fun to play Roscoe. Because Roscoe's just like, oh, this would help this situation be easier. Strips down. It never does. It's wonderful, though.
But it's great because you play the hurdy-gurdy, which is a very large instrument.
The big thing about Roscoe that he doesn't tell very many people, I don't think he's told your character, is that he's... Oh, maybe it slipped out. But
it has.
He's possessed by a fiend. Or at least he was more possessed by one when he was younger. And the fiend is still with him. So occasionally she's like, don't worry, my friend, and I got this.
It's ridiculous. It's always in the worst situations possible because our DM likes to make us suffer.
He also will reward us with inspiration more if we're more funny.
This is true.
So that's what we gotta do.
My character is a hill dwarf named Drac. I don't know if that's his actual name because...
I think it's Drac, but we're not sure.
We haven't played in a while. But he's Drac, and he is double classing as a bard and also as a cleric. And I've never played a character... whose primary form of, fighting and offense is magic. And so to have spells to have to keep up with is really difficult, but I really enjoy it. I have mending because my dwarf wears a pair of glasses, and he breaks them often. So I just mend things. I'm always asking, can I mend this? It'll be like a shattered door, and I'll be like, can I mend this? And RDM's like, no, please don't.
I'm very excited. I'm ready to keep playing.
Also, Drac is the human equivalent of 16 years old, so he doesn't really know what's going on in the world. He's just trying to make his own way.
He's trying to figure out why halflings really like to get naked. He's taking it as
confusing.
All halflings like to get naked and starting to develop racist stereotypes.
That's fine. That's normal. It happens around 16.
No. Roscoe, though, my favorite part about him is he's really good at charisma and performance and all those types of things. So whenever it comes to performing, he's always really good. So even if I get naked in a situation, he usually can talk his way out of it, which is the best part. It's always like
Roscoe, more like Roskno.
Oh my.
Is that our pun of the day?
Roscoe, more like Ross and Co.
Oh my gosh. That, dear listeners, is the pun of the day.
They're gonna get worse as we go along. So anyways, our new campaign is very dark, very
misty. It's very foggy.
Very gothic.
I don't know what's going on.
Gothic horror movie.
Yes.
Vampire gothic horror movie.
It's great.
So it takes place in Barovia, which is a very dark place where the sun
there
never
are
rises.
no cats.
There are no cats. Our first hit song, we're a polka band, which means folk polka. So we're one of those great genre mashup bands that totally make history.
No. It's
garbage. Excellent. We want to be the best folka band in Barovia.
I wanted to be emo punk.
Actually, we are the best folka band in Barovia. We're just the only folka band in Barovia. But our big hit so far has been There Are No Cats in Barovia.
Which, for copyright reasons, Raz won't let us sing.
I don't think we should sing it. We could.
We won't.
But if you want to know the tune, it basically is just There Are No Cats in America.
From An American Tale.
An American Tale. If you haven't seen it, stop being a millennial.
You are on YouTube. Just look it up.
For real. Yeah, exactly. You need to look it up because don't let us feel old because you don't know that.
Please. Okay, so the big baddie in this campaign, his name is Strahd, and he is a vampire.
Lives in a castle.
You know, super creepy, was stalking this girl who we are trying to rescue with her brother, who's a very attractive silver fox-haired man.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's the only thing we know about him.
That's the only... I remember...
Don't even know his name.
That I asked if I could call him, like, Graybeard or something. Or Grady. It was like Grady.
Grady, yeah.
And he told me no, but I do anyways.
Yep. So Grady...
Oh my gosh.
Wayne Grady.
No, it's Grady Jr.
Grady. He gets good grades.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, Strahd is the big bad guy. The first time we encountered him...
Oh my gosh.
He put one character to sleep without even her being able to resist. He touched my shoulder and messed up my shadow, and now my shadow does weird things.
Yep. What did you do to my sister's character? Something strange happened to her, too.
He, like, froze her or something.
Oh, yeah, like petrifying gaze or something. But the best part was Roscoe... Nothing bad happened to Roscoe.
Something terrible happened to Roscoe.
Strahd looked me deep in the eyes, which are the windows of the soul, and he, like, made a slightly scared face. So I'm pretty sure he saw, like, my friend, and was a little bit scared, but he also was like, oh, you should totally leave your friends and come have a nice dinner at my castle with me. You can play my antique pipe organ, which is at least 200 years old, so therefore I can play it. That's another characteristic of mine, which I thought was really fun. But I'm really looking forward to playing that pipe organ. I turned down his offer, which I still, as a character, regret, but as a player, know that would have either killed me, or I would have come back as his, like, vampire friend and had to kill my friends. Which means I would have had to do...
Not your fiend, just your friends.
Just my actual friends. And then I would have had to roll a new character, which is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I wanted to keep playing Roscoe.
Yeah. We also had, like, a battle where we fought a bunch of vampires, and we weren't smart about it.
We almost died.
We weren't smart about it because, like, in the next room over that we could have gone into first, there was a religious relic, that would have protected us from them.
Yep. And our DM, the Space Raptor... totally saved us by nerfing the vampires to make sure we all didn't die and have a total party kill. Because we should have, because we didn't bring holy water. I told everyone that we should bring garlic. Instead, we literally just had wooden stakes, which is the last step to ending a vampire. The very last step.
Yeah, we were pretty stupid about it, and I mean, the stakes were really high.
Oh my gosh. Some of our characters might have been high for that.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that at one point during the game, I got inspiration for making a terrible pun, and it was something about bones. I don't remember.
I remember what mine was for getting inspiration, but I don't remember
terrible.
yours.
And so after I made a terrible pun, everybody started punning off of it, and our DM was like, no, 1 coin of inspiration per pun train, not just for every pun. Yeah. So I felt very special.
I got a pun because there was a vampire who definitely did some damage to me before I could get away from it. And then I got to go up and, like, it was prone, and I tried to stab it, and I was like, I would get naked for almost anyone, but not for you. And I go to stab it, I missed. But I got inspiration for what I said, not for attacking, because that's how the game works.
This is terrible.
It was great. My favorite kill, though, was somebody, like, threw their stake from really far away and, like, one-hit KO'd one of the vampires. I don't remember who it was, but it was really impressive.
I threw mine to you. So you could kill one, because I can't hit anything.
That's true, you couldn't
because
hit
I made
anything.
my stats crap because I didn't think about the fact that, like, I was a dwarf who needed to, like, fight with strength. I was still in the ranger mindset of fighting with dexterity. So I made myself have great dexterity instead of strength. Fail. So I'm garbage.
Fail. Because you are a cleric, right? You're a bard cleric.
Bard cleric.
Dwarf bard cleric. Super fun. Still haven't chosen your deity yet.
Okay, see, I kind of forgot about that step because...
That's literally the main step for a cleric.
Because...
Don't you choose your cleric domain
I thought we were all just going to be bards.
Oh.
And so I added cleric at the last minute right before we started playing.
That's right. So eventually you'll pick your deity and also pick, like, your whatever deity spells that you get from them.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
your double spell class.
My holy symbol is actually a broken symbol because I play, like, drums.
Oh,
and so my holy symbol is a holy symbol.
Oh, my. Okay, that's great.
Alright.
The other thing that I really like about the campaign is there's a group that are kind of like the gypsies. Kind of like the Roma. The Roma.
Don't be rude.
They're like the Roma. They're called the Valaki, and they're that, like, traveling group of fortune tellers who everyone thinks are thieves and terrible people, but so far they've been really nice to us, and they've been awesome.
Do I look like a fortune teller right now?
Kind of. And then this, like, weird fortune teller lady gave us all our fortunes, and mine was, like, really smart thing, really wise thing, and also the Death Lord. So we're looking forward to what that future holds.
No, we're not.
Yep. And I just took it as, oh, this is my past, present, and future all together in one. Instead of this was my past, this was my present, and this will be my future. Which is great.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible. This campaign is going to end horribly.
It's going to be great.
Because the next thing we're going to, like, grind up levels, and then we're going to go to the Bone Grinder Mill.
Oh, my.
Which is actually an orphanage.
Because we actually have to figure out where to go next. That'll be, like, good for our level, where we won't die. So hopefully we figure that out. I'm sure we're going to have a lot more great stories from our campaign. They might show up as stories of the day. We'll find out.
Yep.
Or maybe we'll do a third D&D podcast where we just have more stories. Or war stories. Or horror stories.
You need to stop.
Or skyscraper stories.
I was going to say Aeon Door stories. Horror door. It was bad.
And then it will all be his stories. Okay, enough story puns. The last thing I wanted to talk about...
threw my notebook at Raz.
The last thing I wanted to talk about was something that I'm doing that's new, that I've never done before, but I'm super excited about, which is writing my own campaign. I've never done it before. It's a really hard thing to do, because you kind of have to come up with everything.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not using Faerun, which is, like, the world that's already been built by Wizards of the Coast, which I probably won't use Faerun. But the title of my campaign that I will be writing and that I am currently writing is the Sirens Song. And so it's very much a, like, pirate kind of swashbuckling adventure, which is why I'm going to have my own kind of monsters and stuff that I'm going to make, because I have to create a lot of sea monsters or a lot of other things like a siren, which isn't in the monster manual, and so I have to come up with the stats and everything for that. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having things like mermaids. There's going to be a series of islands to explore, basically, and so when a person starts the campaign, the ideal is that there'll be like a ship crew, and so they'll have to like manage a ship, and they'll have to decide who's captain and first mate and whatsoever. Or if they want to skip all of that, they can decide that they hire a ship that they're using and they're not actually the crew of the ship.
No, we're going to be the crew of the ship.
Oh, I mean, I know that we will probably do that, but if I ever wanted to publish it to where other people could use it and put it online somewhere for people to do.
Yeah, be official and nice.
Yeah, be nice and let other people do our campaigns. If I ever wanted to do that, I would make sure there's lots of options. But I have a lot of ideas. Like, there's going to be a big pirate ring that kind of runs, or doesn't run the islands, but they very much are, it's organized crime for the islands. And so you can choose to either side with kind of the government that's in the area and help take down the pirate ring, or you can try and join the pirate ring and work your way up the, like, pirate ladder. The capitalism of piracy.
Oh my gosh.
The machine.
You do know that it's not a capitalistic society. It's just whoever's at the top when they want to retire, they just find a new Dread Pirates Robert.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, but I have a lot of ideas for different islands and different places to explore. And so I'm looking forward to, like, putting those down in writing and kind of coming up with stories for the different areas. And showing how characters will grow and level through them.
Sweet, that's really
And
cool.
then hopefully one day we'll get to play it as a D&D party.
That'll be super fun.
And it'll be a lot of fun. And if not, I can always do it as the work D&D thing, which we eventually will be starting up again. And maybe Sarah will join our workplace one day. It'll be great.
Yep.
So I think that's everything that we have to talk about in this episode. As always, we hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button for us.
Did you say if you did enjoy it or didn't?
Either one. Hit that like button, man.
Oh, okay.
Or dislike. Just rate our video. It both help. You can comment, subscribe, do all of those fun YouTube things. Share if you want to.
Check out our socials. I'm really funny on Twitter.
Yeah, they're always linked down there. I sometimes am funny on Twitter. Most of the time
Instagram
it's dumb
is just
stuff.
My cat, so if you want to see pictures of my cat.
Yeah, we also have our YouTube channels linked, which Sarah actually has videos, and I will eventually have videos. One day, we'll get there. I'm working on doing video editing and video capturing software for my computer. And so eventually I'll have those, and I'll be able to make gameplay for stuff. Because I love doing video games, so I'd love to upload videos about video games.
Yep.
So one day, we'll see. Alright, anyways, that's our episode. We hope that you enjoy it. We look forward to seeing you in our next episode. And I guess on that note, we're going to have to say, peace out.